Right, your last slide deals with the caste system. This is a system of dividing people into 5 different categories. We might think of this as social classes, the upper crust, the lower crust, whatever. But the caste system is a division of people into these 5 different areas. There is the priest class, the Brahmin, the warrior noble class, the Kshatriya, the merchant craftsman class, which is the Vaishya, the peasant class, or the Shudra, and the untouchable class, or the Dalit. Where does it come from? It comes from the Rig Veda and the creation story that some of you wrote about how Purusha, the first person, or this super god, was divided up into parts, his body cut up into parts, and each one of those parts becoming the basis of this caste system. And it describes how that happened. The caste system was further solidified, if you will, in the Bhagavad Gita as Arjuna and Krishna are having their discussion, and Arjuna is struggling with his role of being the priest and yet having to kill his kinsman. And Krishna tells him that doing your duty as who you are, as your role as the priest, and preserving your kingdom is your highest good. So that idea sticks in the mind of people and makes it okay for them to be in whichever caste they're in. And you would say, well, shouldn't I try to better myself? If I am in the peasant caste, wouldn't I want to get out of that and move up into the merchant craftsman caste? That's the way the Western mind works. We want to better ourselves and come up the ladder of society. But in the Hindu mindset, they see themselves as being born into that particular caste, and you stay in that caste. The only way that you move from one caste to another is through samsara, through reincarnation. If your karma is good in your caste, then perhaps in the next life you'll be born into a higher caste, and that would be the goal, to work your way through. So they start with the priests at the top. These would be the religious leaders. The next caste, the warrior noble, this would be government officials and people who are in places of power. And then the merchant craftsman caste, that makes sense, the business people of every day. And then the peasants, those who do the mundane, regular, kind of low totem pole jobs. And then the untouchable class, which would be the very extreme poor, who have really no rights, no methods of supporting themselves. And they see that as a station that they are subscribed to in life. And their goal is not so much to get out of that in this life, but to do their best in that place where they have been placed by karma, so that next time around they may get a better spot in life. It kind of keeps people right where they are. But that's the caste system. You can read about it in your book if you have the 6th edition on pages 87 and 88. Give you a little bit more insight.